Associate head coach at the University of Louisville, Lee Mays, is taking his middle blockers through a movement sequence that he worked into the warm-up routine at Louisville. And what you see here now is a very basic shuffle stepping movement, but we want to make sure that the blockers are maintaining form. So as you can see as they go through this, that their head stays level, their hands stay up, and they shuffle step efficiently. And then when they land, he also incorporates a sprinting motion with the idea of starting to lay the framework that all middle blockers have to have of going from point A to point B really fast. So although the emphasis isn't so much on getting to the outside to block right now, he certainly is incorporating that into the movement. So as soon as they land, they sprint out rather than just walk away. So it's a good fundamental sequence to get into. But the points of emphasis are the hands are staying up, the head's staying level, and they shuffle step very efficiently. A common mistake for a lot of middles is their head goes up and down as they move, and their hands kind of tend to drop. So there's a lot of priority placed upon form and efficient movement. As we move forward, again, this is not a very intense drill per se in terms of physical effort, so the emphasis is on form and proper movement. So you see how they start in the correct posture that Coach Mays desires in terms of hands are up, head is level, and they're just taking one step to either the right or to the left. And right now they're trying to replicate moving in front of a quick attacker and blocking the quick attack. They dovetail on this same concept in terms of moving quickly with just a shuffle stepping movement. So in this scenario, it could be starting in the middle of the court, getting out on a 31 set or a quick set, and they have to move and get up and get over fast. So there's elastic from antenna to antenna that they have to drive their hands under, and the assistant coaches are holding volleyballs as targets, so they have to get to the outside, reach under the elastic, and reach over the net to touch the volleyballs. The assistants have to make sure that they're challenging the players and making sure that they're reaching over to touch the volleyballs and not up. This is a pretty key component to how Coach Mays wants the players to use their arms to assist in the jumping motion, and this is as they are moving now to the outside to block an outside attack. And before a player can perform a skill correctly, they kind of have to feel the skill. And what Coach Mays is working on is what we call a short arc with the arms. So he doesn't want the arms to become long and let the hands drop. He wants it to be a short arc, so he allows the players to feel that motion and then try to replicate it as they move to the outside. So they'll relax your shoulders, swing the elbows. So that's how they want it to feel. And then as they go to the outside, he wants the same thing put in place. So it's a nice teaching method of feel the skill before you actually try to perform the skill. And some coaches teach long arcs or straight arms as they go to the outside. So it's not a question of right or wrong. It's just this is what Coach Mays desires, and this was a great, I thought anyway, a great teaching tool to allow the players to get the feel of the skill and then move forward as they go full speed. What you see here is now they're tracking the ball to the outside. So they watch the ball out of the setter's hands, and they try to incorporate the mechanics that they've been working on. So a short arc with the arms. You'll notice the mats are in place where the players are forced to have that second step to be a long step over the mat. You know, so many players take very short steps to the outside. So rather than 4 or 5 short steps, Coach Mays wants 3 steps that are long and efficient. You'll also notice when the players land from blocking, he's laying the framework for the next phase, which is going to be transition swing. So they'll land and they'll sprint off the net. And again, the focus is not so much the footwork off the net. It's the idea of when I land, there's something else to do, and that is get off the net for a transition attack. So again, these blocking moves are very simple in nature, but I think they lay the framework for very important concepts and are well worth the 10 or 15 minutes that Coach Mays is spending in front of every practice to get these movements ingrained into their blocking routine.